Hello, my friend. Are you ready for a fresh start in 2021? I know that I am. Today I want to talk to you about your first step in your fresh start. And please stay until the end because I have a free gift for you. So your first step is to unwrap the gifts of 2020. Before we leap into 2021, let's unwrap those gifts. And so how do we do that? We start by forgiving and releasing the past, and then we claim the good, the growth of who we've become in the process of overcoming all of those challenges in 2020. And so we start with forgiveness. Forgiveness is a shift in perception that removes a block in me to greater success, abundance, and love. Through forgiveness, we give one perception or negative story for a more positive or empowering story about how things occurred. And so the difference between the victim's journey and the hero's journey is that the victim's journey is one story after another about what happened to me. But the hero's journey is one story after another about how I transformed challenges and adversity into triumph. And I stepped into my power, my next greater version of myself. And so we start by making a list. Make a list, if you can, of all the challenges or the major challenges that you faced in 2020. Be honest, there was some great challenge. And right next to each of those challenges, let's identify the good that came from that challenge or the lesson that I learned. There is a principle that every adversity has within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. If we can find it, plant it, nurture it, and harvest it. That comes from Napoleon Hill. And so if there was a challenge, perhaps you can spend some time thinking about what was the good that came of it? What was the lesson that I learned? And make that list. The next step is to identify who you've become in the process. Think about who you were a year ago. And I would venture to say you're not the same person that you were a year ago. By means of overcoming all of this great challenge this past year, you have become more strong, more empowered, more confident. Perhaps you're more resilient. Perhaps you're more kind and patient with your loved ones. Perhaps you have more confidence because rather than suffering losses in your business or a career, you dug in, you were resilient, and you took steps and you continued to grow. So many of my clients have had that. And so now they're looking back at the year. Yes, it was challenging, but it was like going through a marathon, and now they're in great shape, so to speak. Now they're a more empowered version of themselves. So one thing that happened for me, one challenge, to give you an example from my own life, was that when the pandemic hit, I could no longer speak on stages in front of people, which was one of the major ways that I serve my audience. I'm a motivational speaker as well as a coach. And so that's one of the ways that I serve people. I was invited to people's stages, and I also grew my business that way. And so when everything stopped, I had never actually before done an online webinar or a masterclass online. And so over the course of this last year, I've done over 20 webinars, both webinars that I hosted, and I was invited to virtual stages from all different kinds of companies and organizations. And so by means of this challenging year, I was able to pivot and get my message out. And another unforeseen, amazing gift of all of that was that I now have clients from all over the world. Because it used to be that people who were local to me in the tri-state area were the only people who were able to come and be clients because they'd hear me speak. But now, through virtual stages, anyone from all over the world. So I have clients all over Europe, all over the United States, in Asia, in India. I have all kinds of clients all over the place. And I'm so grateful. And their lives have grown as my life and my business have grown. And we've been able to grow together and prove to ourselves that even in a pandemic, you can have success. You can grow your love. You can grow your business and have amazing exponential success even in the middle of adversity. So I know those have been huge gifts for me and for my clients. So I want to ask you, what have been the gifts? What have been the gifts of 2020 that you can unwrap And most importantly, what is the more empowered, more powerful, more confident, more resilient, more kind version of yourself that you have stepped into, and to really celebrate that. If you would like to learn more about how to generate a fresh start in 2021, I want to invite you to my free upcoming masterclass, Vision 2021, a fresh start in the dawn of a new day. During this program, which is totally free, you can click the link below in order to register. You will design your vision and action plan to create a year that you absolutely love and transform your results to create more extraordinary success and fulfillment in your life, in your career, or in your business. And you will know the proven system for how to create that fresh start. So I want you to join me in knowing this is your year. Now is your time to create the kind of success that is beyond anything you've ever seen before. I'm so grateful for your time today, and I can't wait to see you on my upcoming masterclass. Thank you so much for watching.